I want to just have you stop and think, how can I make this more dimensional rather than just a coloring book? If you have a chance and you download this, you could print it up as light as it's possible for you to still see the image. But I want to also get used to turning my drawing around. And it doesn't make any difference whether these are small little facets or whether they are the larger ones like on the sphere. Even the sphere, you remember, did not accommodate our stroke. We made the sphere, well, yes, we made the sphere accommodate our stroke. We didn't make our stroke accommodate the sphere. So even in these small places, I want to still use that technique where I am actually using maybe a shorter stroke, but still the same angle. Get comfortable with that process. So if I wanted to color this in, I could go ahead and decide a number of things. I could go ahead and go one direction. I see this in portraits all the time. It seems to be really easy to do. You don't have to worry about turning your drawing around. And yet you're going to probably see the structure, all this diagonal stroke. And I don't want to have that. I want to be able to have those wonderful contours from every angle. So I'm going to want to have the overlapping we learned in the sphere and have that tapered stroke so that where they overlap, it starts creating a more refined gradation. And so if I go around here, I want to treat this exactly the same way. Now I want to be able to establish my light source. So we can decide where would be the light source. Do we put it right in the center like a flash on a camera would make it? Those are really, I think kind of killers, except that it's still nice to have the flash. But I want to be able to maybe make it a little more interesting. That's one reason why I take my sphere and I change the highlight over a little bit and up a little bit. I move it around to where I want to create a little interest and a little light direction. So we could come in here and we could decide, okay, I think my light direction would be like this. So where would it be hitting? And maybe we have an area here, and maybe it's on here, maybe on the foot, maybe over here. But let's go ahead and decide that so that we can be consistent and have our light coming from one direction and not just all of a sudden in another part of our drawing, something else is happening. Those are the kind of conflicts that are going to really make it difficult for you to have your brain process it and understand what's going on. So we can come in here and use our patches and our sphere because I want to use my clean edge to separate the arm. I would like to be able to have my line go away. That's why if you have a chance to print these out lighter, I tried to do it as light as I could and have it show up here, and hopefully that'll be an advantage to you too, because I want you to get used to how your stroke is working. And so we can come across here. We can just keep turning around and saying, okay, where can I put my stroke that's going to be the best advantage, my comfortable stroke, and use it to create my contour. And you'll see whenever I'm drawing, almost without exception, I am creating a gradation. That's why I'm stressing it so much in the patches. If you can make this a habit, I guarantee you it is going to enhance your success rate. It's just going to make them far more effective because I am fading towards the part that's coming forward. It may not be the highlight that I have over here yet, but I want to be able to show contour. So let's come underneath here. Where would I start? Does anybody know? Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to you all personally, so you can't respond to me probably that easy, but I want to be able to start in the darkest places. So if I think that these are some of the darkest places on the bear, that's where I would start working, because I want to gradually come around here to this highlight, and as it gets farther away from the highlight, it's going to get darker and darker and darker. So I want to be able to always have the opportunity to create my contour, because this is a round little leg with dimension. And gradually I'm going to come out to this line I've designated for the highlight, and if it's too dark I can tap it back. But for the most part, I want to have value in everything. So that's one of the important things about this. I want to cover the entire teddy bear, even in the highlight. If I get enough contrast in all these places, that highlight is going to be contoured because I'm going to be able to put value in it. If I don't have anything in there and it's blank, like I've said before, it will be flat. I guarantee it.